Election day only 1 week away now, and already parts of the metro are seeing record voter turnout. In Johnson County, election officials are projecting as much as an 80% voter turnout. KCTV5's Amy Anderson is live in Prairie Village, where she took a look at some of the numbers from elections that happened in the past. Amy.
Well, Ellen, in the 2016 presidential election, 72% of Johnson County voters turned out. In 2008, just over 78% of voters made their voices heard. And tonight, we are on track to break that record.
And it's going to be a historical high voter turnout in Johnson County.
Even today, with freezing cold temperatures and rain, we watched as enthusiastic voters turned out one by one to vote. Election officials say by the time Election Day rolls around, more than half the voters in Johnson County will have already voted, and 3/4 of those voters are using these ballot boxes rather than relying on the mail. Voters like Ryan Barrett.
I've sent mail to friends, family all the way across the country, and I've never lost a single thing. So I have no distrust in the postal system that we have around here. It still feels better to do it yourself for something so important like this.
Barrett isn't alone.
It just felt good, just like knowing that this is a safe space for me to drop. It's like rather than going through a bunch of middlemen.
The ballot boxes have been so popular, election officials had to empty them up to 4 times a day last week. All good signs pointing to excited voters.
We really believe when we're finished that we will have about 270,000 people will have voted early before we open the polls on Election Day.
In Missouri, the process is different for people who choose the mail-in route. There are no drop boxes or hand deliveries. If you choose a mail-in ballot, you must put it in the mail and it must arrive by Election Day. But no matter who you're voting for or which side of the state line you live, one thing is certain, pandemic or not, voters in the metro want their voices heard. Now, in addition to all the people that have mailed or dropped off their ballots here in Johnson County, 75,000 people have already voted in person. Reporting live tonight in Prairie Village, Kansas, Amy Anderson, KCTV5 News.